Okay, back to our piece again. Now as we look at it, we see the trigger guard as we begin to work on it here. As I said, your trigger guard will be the thing that that will be the thinnest on your, and you've already got your hole drilled in. I love old-timey toys, even if they're crude, and a lot of them are very, very crude, but it represents an era that people didn't have a lot and had to live, and they did. If a lot of you young people don't remember it, but older people remember this. In fact, the criminal John Dillinger, when they put him in prison, put him in a local jail, he whittled, and I'm not sure if it was a piece of wood or a piece of soap, he whittled a gun out of it. He whittled a gun, and I think it's in the museum, and he took that and he took black shoe polish, and he covered it with black shoe polish, and he actually made a getaway with it because the guard didn't know that it was not a real gun. So that was it wasn't a folk tale, that was a truth. It actually happened. But John Dillinger, the criminal, whittled a okay, now we don't want to whittle it down too far because we want to go ahead and to kind of now what we're gonna do is we're gonna kind of cut a little bit more out of here, so we don't want to whittle it down too thin. We're going to just make this a little bit larger out here in this area. There we go. It's kind of like that. And we're going to kind of do this. Okay, now it's going to be a lot thinner, but let's just go ahead and work on something else right now, and we'll bring it down as we go. Now let's go ahead and work on the handle of this thing. It's probably going to come down to around an inch or just below an inch as far as the piece. Let's come over here and let's go ahead. Now we want to put a little guard, a handle, a pistol grip. I don't know why I couldn't get it just right the way I wanted to say it. A pistol grip on it, so we don't want to bring it down too much where we don't have room to put our pistol grip on it. But you want to watch your grain because the grain is going this way, okay? So you want to watch your grain when you start carving on the handle a little bit. Sometimes go this way with it. Go, just sort of Keep your ruler handy so you can kind of measure a little bit. But this it's got to come down a lot further. Okay, let's look at our thing here. Okay, we're almost down to the size that we want. In other words, on this grip. So what we want to do is we want to go ahead and start drawing out our okay, let's go ahead. Before we do that, that's detail work, so we'll do that after we get everything down the way we want it. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and go to the hammer here. It's on this thing. We're going to bring it down. Because it's going to come down real low. Of course, be careful. Because it will come down. Let me get my little. It will come down almost to this point. I'd be even lower than that. In other words, thinner than that. Be real thin. Okay. Okay, we're getting there. Okay. Same thing here. Okay, now look at that, see? Now, we're not going to go down any further with that, okay? Because we're just not right now. Now, what we want to do is we want to work on these little cylinders because they're going to be kind of sticking out just a little bit, okay? So let's go ahead and come around, take our knife and do this. And we're going to remove the wood around the little cylinders. Okay. Just like this. Okay, we'll bring that down. Because actually it's going to be almost level with our same way up here. And same way over here. And this will all be brought down. And as you gradually just do this, bring it out like that, and start removing the wood down. Same thing here. And let's go over here. We'll bring this down just a little bit. This is a little high up compared to that. Let me look at that. Well, I'm gonna have to go now. Okay.